Hi, and welcome to this brief presentation of the Planetary Health Action Survey. My name is Lena Lehrer, and I'm part of the research team you can see in the upper right corner. The Planetary Health Action Survey is conducted by the University of Erfurt and the Bernhard Nocht Institute for Tropical Medicine in Hamburg. The Planetary Health Action Survey aims at accelerating climate protection by behavioral insights, which is why we also named it PACE. I will now guide you through the single part of the poster. PACE was developed to investigate the gap between the scientific consensus of human-made climate change and its severe health consequences and the slow collective action we experience nowadays. In several literature reviews, we identified 3 parts of an overarching construct we named readiness to act. To really enable a quick societal transformation, we need citizens to accept political measures. Coming along with regulations and policies, people will also have to adapt and change certain behavior. And lastly, as citizens can be part of the political process, as long as these are mainly democratic, of course, participation also seems to play an important role. Basing our research on behavioral science theories, we therefore ask the questions: what factors affect people's readiness to act against climate change? How can we increase people's readiness to act against climate change? And also, can we, and if so, how can we link health and climate change to turn awareness of health risks into action? To be able to really understand and explain the readiness to act, we designed this conceptual working model along with our studies. On the left-hand side, you can see the predictors of the readiness to act, while you can see the indicators on the right-hand side. Factors that determine it are the risk perception, meaning the health risk perception here, the trust, social norms, perceived response efficacy of climate policies, self-efficacy, meaning if people feel like they can actually act against climate change themselves, knowledge about climate change and measures against climate change, as well as the pro-sociality. Of course, socio-demographics also play a role. The indicators of the readiness to act here are, as said before, the individual behavior, the acceptance of policy measures, and political participation. Coming along with the acceptance of climate protection measures, we also capture the reactance towards those measures and if people actually comply with them. Now, how do we do this? PACE is designed as a monitoring, meaning a serial cross-sectional survey with regular updates. Within the iterative process, we do also conduct large-scale online experiments to test theories. Our data collection is about every 4 weeks, with additional surveys about every 3 months on special topics. We use a sample of about 1,000 participants recruited and incentivized by an access panel provider. The sample represents the German population regarding age crossed with gender and federal state. To analyze our results and test the validity of our model, we use confirmatory factor analysis, correlations, and regression analysis. We've been running PACE for over a year now, and could already support the following assumptions. People show a higher readiness to act if they perceive greater health risks measured via probability and severity. The same accounts for people who have higher trust in the government and other institutions. Social norms also come into play, along with 2 forms of efficacy. The higher people believe the policy measures' effectiveness to be, and the higher their self-efficacy is, the higher their RTA. Lastly, knowledge about climate change and pro-social behavior also go hand in hand with the readiness to act. For one of our indicators, the policy acceptance, we started off with 80 climate protection measures, as proposed by the German Climate Citizen Assembly last year. The most impressive result here is that only 11% of the whole sample showed no or low support for the policies. What do we do with our PACE results? To not work for the draw, we communicate PACE results to policymakers and the public to create an evidence-based and theory-informed basis for policymakers to act on, but also to inform and empower the public. We also try to support climate protection organizations and initiatives. If you want to discuss about this project or need any more information, feel free to get in touch with us. We're very happy about any input. This, of course, also applies to questions. Now, thank you for your interest and your attention.